Minister Biren inspects FCS godowns in Imphal East, Napetpally and Porumpat godowns to become functional within this month. Several places in Imphal submerged under floodwater. Department concerned yet to wake up to the problems facing by the flood-hit people. Nungai wears a deserted look as villagers flee homes and take shelter at Lilong Community Hall. Janims continues to provide free medical treatment to poor families at the hospital. And Manipuri swimmers Mahananda Thoktom and Hiren Sagolsim win gold at 33rd Glenmark National Sub-Junior Aquatic Championship. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime English News and I'm Premi Thangdam with the top stories and latest news at this hour. Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution Minister Ketri Mayum Biren today inspected food and civil supply warehouses at Napetpally and Porumpat in Imphal East District. Minister Biren asserted that shares of fair price shop agents will be given from FCS-run storehouses instead of giving it from the Food Corporation of India godown located at Sangai Pro. He hinted that FCS good warehouse in each district quarters will be made fully functional. The minister also stated that officials concerned have been instructed to make 500 metric ton Napetpally and Porumpat godowns functional within this month to ensure that National Food Security Act is properly implemented in the state. Fair price shop agents of Lamlai, Kundrakpam and Andro constituencies will collect rice grain from the beneficiaries from Napetpally warehouse. Rest of the constituencies of Imphal East will collect from Porumpat warehouse. Biren also stated that the government is looking for a suitable place to open a warehouse at Palel in Chandel district, Kakching in Thoubal district and Churachandpur.
Akoi Napetpally laiba akoi godown sida akoi Imphal East ki kendra ahum ki thamgani adugo hoji hoji akoi leminari ba akoi ki Porumpat laiba sigi FCS ki godown asida semjan sajan bakhara akoi athu matam da khona raga masida su Imphal East district ki hariba godown asida district sigi laiba kendra mayam jigi akoi loinamak masida ki chengpin na ba thaurang paket kani hariba se athu ba akoi July thasi matungda manungda akoi sing mafam district headquarter phonu pin na thaurang lejare.
Replying to a query by media persons, CAF and PD Minister KSS Biren refuted the reports carried by most local dailies that some locals seized bags of rice grain from fair price agents and deposited at Lamlai Police and termed it as a political gimmick. Officer in charge of Lamlai Police, H. Joni Sharma, intimated that there is no report of bags of rice grain being deposited at Lamlai Police. Fair price shop agent Huidrom Angauton of Saizang Awang Laikai, from whom bags of rice grain were allegedly seized, said some locals came to his house in his absence on June 30th and took away the bags of rice grain. He said he will soon register an FIR at Lamlai Police regarding the matter.
Sing si thingle have si ID political drama ni logani. Ako nga si police station da chalaga hangubada Paulono bada kanagoma ta sing thingalak pa leite haidana ta main hai ado wrestling agendo agi kendra oibani aina Paulowi karmain to bono aina hangoba kanda lekai da gi mioi kharala aga cheng du pubi gre haidana I police da complaint tawre ado ma cheng pugi mi sing du phabi yo haidana ma smain hai gre na tai aduna hoji akoi kendra da card paiba sing gi phangmam so wat pa leram sing je yengchan gani ado thigat kani ado ga karigam awat pa leram ga di madu pin na bhona.
Fair price agents of Lamlai today held a meeting to discuss distribution of less quantity of rice under the National Food Security Act in Lamlai. 44 Telojana Fair Price Shop agent KSH Angauton said agents are well aware that rice should be given to people with ration card, but the agents distributed rice before the issue of the cards to help the majority of the people under the Food Security Act. He said as there have been allegations of distribution of less quantity of rice grains by the agents, the rice will now be given to card holders only in Lamlai Assembly constituency under the National Food Security Act.
Hariba Senki, Tom cut by the Pitabasu, we put the yellow sea and Mandi Yellow Kanda, Zibi Gang Buhana, का चेंग सुनी यंदबे यारोय हाबगी इरांग अमा कन्ना सागलबो सागले मोइने सागलेबे इरांग जिगी मतुंग नति अखोय जि काट पाइदबे दखोनि येंगि पोसिंग जे अखोय खोंकट पाबा मा संगी हान काट पाइबा कांगबु सिंग जे अखोय पोसि नियम सुमना येनबगी तोबु ताबनि मसिदे लमनाय केंद्र की हुसि काट पाइबा पाइदबा आइना खोनि येलबो पोस्तु हुसि कासी पाइदबगै लहगदागदि अपाइबा खर जिगी येनबा कांददि सिगी पोसिना खोय याम कोमना फजना अखोय शातोबु ngangodana खोयना खले
Flash flood due to heavy rain since the last couple of days has created havoc in Imphal city and its neighboring areas. Many places in the capital have been submerged under floodwaters. Area on both sides of the BT flyover to Iroisembe Strait are inundated as the Nambul water is overflowing. Many families at Iroisembe and Lambui Kongnangkong are facing difficulties as flood water covered the residential areas and presently taking shelter at safer places. The flood hit people slammed the authority concerned, especially Irrigation and Flood Control Department, for not rapidly responding to tackle the situation. Chairab Court complex located just next to Nambul River at Uripok has also been submerged by the overflowing water. Normal functioning of the court has been severely hit due to the inconveniences facing the staff and visitors at the court. Impact News also came across a rickshaw puller charging ₹20 for ferrying a person from the court complex to the road. More than 500 vehicles have been stranded in Ukhrul due to landslides. Incessant rains last night caused landslides in different places on Imphal-Ukhrul Road, creating grievous inconveniences to the people. The Imphal-Ukhrul Road remained cut off since early this morning due to landslides near Mahadev. The stranded vehicles include passenger buses and goods trucks. Sources said 2 big boulders have completely blocked the road, worsening the situation. However, people have managed to remove the earth and smaller stones to allow people to move on foot. Villagers of Nungai have fled their homes from Iram Sifai today. About 500 villagers left home around 9 this morning. When Impact News rushed to the village, the houses were found locked and the village were a deserted look. CRPF and Manipur police personnel were seen in the area. It may be mentioned that JAC against a cruel firing at Nungai Marapai submitted a memorandum to the Chief Minister on June 29, urging him to open a police outpost at Nungai and warned the authority concerned that the villagers would leave the village if no action is taken within 48 hours.
Sigi lau khoiba kumbang amdriba threat mayamjina yum punamakida nungai pairaga thiba tang kuntaru amadi kuntarege thodok sidagi nungai gi mamangda tariba khoigi chingsida yum tara marima leirisenga si phoba changdrabaneba jaga sida security personnel ama phobada anamda ngasi boda deploy tawdriba jaga sida aduna ngarang mathang nahansu pham mayam ama nga kotkre lau khara khaji kina ui madu makhoina phantoi san thajalli adu akhoi ngangurba hak amta leitre khoida aduna government da hanjalan haiba matamda akhoi ngasi boda nungai gi namakta si phoda protection tawre haibasu tawdri aduragadi nungai praja se asugumadi insecure oire khoi haiba jaga sida akhoi thawai manggadabagi sarukpudi akhoi safagadaba jaga amda akhoi hongrasi haidana ngasi gi step se lawrakpani yamna secure oiba permanent oiba akhoi gi security ama leitri phawbadi sugan halaroi haiba wafam dudane ba akhoi na thokse reise ngasi.
Meanwhile, the villagers who left Nungai were found taking shelter at Lilong Social Service Union Community Hall. JAC convener Khaidem Sanjoy said the villager would never return to the village if the government fails to meet the demands of the JAC. He said the Maitais are scared of living in the village. He said they are unable to continue farming and fish are being stolen from the fish farm and miscreants are threatening them with guns. Lilong MLA Abdul Nasir, Langthabal MLA Karam Shyam and a team of police led by Imphal West SP Dr. A.K. Jhaljit met the villagers at the community hall and talked to the representatives of Lilong Nagar Panchayat over the issue. Later, MLA Shyam and 4 representatives of the JAC went to meet the Chief Minister. It may be mentioned that the presence of team police led by SDPO and OC of Singtamai Police Station are keeping a street vigil in the area. JNIMS Director Laishram Debin has assured to provide medical assistance to the ailing son of KH Ibomcha and KH Ibechaubi of Chaiden, Lengang Kulen in Bishnupur district, who asked for help through Impact TV. Speaking to Impact News this afternoon, Director Laishram Debin said JNIMS is giving all possible help to poor patients with an aim to make the hospital patient-friendly. He said a trust of like-minded doctors had already been formed and the trust has been providing free drugs to the poor patients.
Masigi cases aikoina phajana magi parents singa khanaraba matungda aikoina angang asi aikoina lakhot charga aikoigi JNIMS ta makpu investigation tawjarga examine tawjarga kudakta operation tawgadra natarga tawroidra haibasi aikoigi ai gi expert singa tana jarga lecture matungda karima mahangna kudakta operation tawba yabagi mong leiragadi mahakpu dum operation tawraga magi treatment tawjage natre harga Masi ajeji operation tawba yabagi khudong saba leitaba targadi kaino the age factor oiba targadi mangna khara chawro matungda operation tawgani haiba decision dul pibiragadi mangna chawbu do khoi ngaijage patient friendly hospital ama oina no honabada manipur gi ikai khunjeba praja singnasu sajok pinabiu support tobiu duga JNIMS ta thabak tawjariba doctor sing nurse sing technician sing koi punumakpu support tobiu haiba famse aina hanna naina thamjari
JNIMS provided free medicines to Ibrahim Bibi, wife of Muhammad Haider Ali of Ketigrao, Awang Sabal Lekai, who is undergoing treatment at JNIMS under the supervision of Director Dr. Debin Laishram. Haider Ali expressed his gratitude to the hospital for providing them free medicines.
Jeklao Hydra Hidak Laiba Court paper, Mam Laidna, Adraina Sum, Chatabura, my Anaf here, Amahenjalaba, Sepukalaba, Pukala Matunda. Pukhanigai pesasi ama mawa khot pesida paran pharukatan re akhoi sarkan email hai ko se adune tan tawde pharukna ma ta tawsi ko se nang yawa bi yengwangam de ko chair ga ban tawraga se pukhalak pane ai nupi gi phibam nonga hana leirama phibam de ngasi nu minini muksure lai se khara phagal ai wakhan da haraw phaw
Chairman of Committee on Human Rights COHR Pulindro Konsam has maintained that all should seriously consider the statement made by interlocutor of peace talk between the Centre and NSC and IM, RN Ravi, in his condolence message on the death of Isaac Chisiswu. Pulindro cautioned the people to be alert about a statement made by RN Ravi that efforts would be made to ensure success of the framework agreement as desired by the late NSC and IM leader. Speaking at the 16th Foundation Day of All Clubs, Organization and Associations Manipur ACOM, looked at Manipur Press Club today, Pulindro stated that a few vested interests are trying to create communal disharmony to serve their interests. He urged the people to fight against these divisive forces. Representatives of civil society organizations took part in the event.
Mana concept naga miyam sigado the wakalon adu concept I was the process na sigado showing in practically tabo in showing that we have been learning yam set pa adu yang confidence over much space so thank you very much controls message to tumina ngasi eko ni manipur ki itihas da yang shame na labor naga na ko ki have ki adu mo from ma da pena suffer in history of Manipur thank you the British lakam matunda paman tuan ba community shimaya lecture badu nasi yadu ba naman pleasure bi makada masama sa territory ma tan the demand of privacy is very unfortunate.
IAS topper Tina Dabi has arrived in Imphal today on a 2-day visit. She has been invited by Manipur branch of All India Confederation of SC/ST organizations. She will be felicitated jointly by SC/ST Confederation along with Sahitya Seva Samiti Manipur and Library and Information Center at a function to be held at Library and Information Center, Kakching tomorrow. An interaction program will also be held with students and academicians from various parts of Manipur attending. Tina Dabi is the first Dalit girl to top the UPSC examination. She will visit Good Shepherd School at Kakching, which is the 107th school run by Good Shepherd Church and its associate ministry all over India to empower the Dalit communities. Tina's visit to Manipur will inspire IAS aspirants. Democratic Students Alliance of Manipur Desam today organized a third state-level debating competition on human resources of the state can be developed only when education is made a disturbance-free zone at Gandhi Memorial Hall. 36 contestants were in favor of the opinion while 7 were against it. Director of Manipur University Center for Myanmar Studies, Professor W. Navakumar was the speaker. Secretary General of Desam and Edition Meitei said young innocent students are being instigated to join a movement against many issues without understanding the fundamentals, and this gives an immense obstruction in the education process. Edition added this is now time that this trend is stopped to make education free from any violence or disruption.
Leibak ki ba tongan ba issue sing da mahairoi sing da issue du gi maram da ningthina khangan ba tawda bida kanagum mioi ahum mari manga laaga dharna phaman ga dabani mahairoi khara rally chalang ga dabani haiba wafam da laaga di madu education sector da disturbance pi bina de sam lawe sigum ba akhoi gi manipur da education sector da pre level disturbance sing je akhoi na tongan mai ke de yengba yai civil society organization sing da gi pi disturbance lalawu sing da gi pi disturbance education gi tongan policy phajana semaga hariba policy du phajana implement tawgodoriba government masamang na pi disturbance sigum ba disturbance makal khudimak singse akoina desamna chinjariba sigumba disturbance free zone ohenabagi akoi campaign sigi manung chali.
Kurai MLA has been once again accused of interfering with the effective implementation of National Food Security Act in the constituency. Speaking to media at his house at Kurai Sejor Laikai, social worker El Susindro said Kurai MLA Dr. NG Bijoy chooses his associates and supporters in the distribution of ration cards and rice grain and intentionally depriving the rights of the genuine beneficiaries. He said intervention sought from the authority concerned to look into the discrepancies and resolve the issue went in vain. Susindro also added that if this free will of the MLA continues, mass agitation against the MLA and the authority may erupt anytime.
Kendra sigi manung mafam kharada cheng yen bagi thawak thorom sing chathariba yeliba asisu PO hairiba adu ma cheng sing suna phangandaba asu mayam sing asigi daita se Kurai Kendra gi mihut oibiriba MLA na lobom thoi DC da chalaga wakat pada su tabi daba police station da chala su wakala su tabi daba government da hire su tabi daba aduna masu ma tabi daba sing je kanada chalaga wakalaga di hire ga di taga da ge haibagi makhun jing do khoi thira thido matungda akhoi chap chaba action jing lakhoi lakhot kani praja gi chakhau da chagun tawriba mioi sing ji matata khoi chairak pi ba haibase akhoi praja gi amat dorba wakhanni.
Directorate of Information and Public Relations is organizing a series of press conference on DIPR campus from July 4 to August 11 with the objective to disseminate information about activities and achievements of various departments to people. There will be 2 sessions daily, one at 1:30 p.m. and another at 3 p.m. Heads of departments will highlight their achievements during the press conference. Prior to the press conference, Chief Secretary O. Nabakishore will deliver an introductory speech on July 4th. Thaubal Battalion of Kaithalmanbi Sector Assam Rifles organized an ex-servicemen rally at Thaubal on June 29th. The rally gave the ex-servicemen an opportunity to resolve their grievances, including patient, CSD facilities, medical. 62 ex-servicemen attended the event. Department of Tribal Affairs, Health and Scheduled Caste Development is taking up various schemes for socio-economic development of scheduled castes and tribals in the state under the state government and NEC. An official release said the department assisted 12,000 scheduled tribe families and 560 scheduled caste families with family-oriented income-generating schemes like land development, rearing of animals and assistance to tribal weavers. The 12-day tent monsoon book fair kicked off today at Nupilal Memorial Complex. The book fair is organized jointly by Books and Coffee, Yumnam Laikai and Bookline Kolkata with Penguin India. Additional Chief Secretary Sambhu Singh inaugurated the fair. Books are available at 10% discount. Let's take a short commercial break. We'll be back in a short while. Keep watching Impact News.
The first urban cross hatchback, Datsun Ready Go with 800cc. Subnatagi Lak Anigalisini Punipan Piba car Asigi features Singdi, ground clearance 185mm, boot space 222 liters, power steering, mileage 25.17 km per liter, immobilizer. Book Tobi Horo, Gariasi, Ngasimak showroom the Laktuna Lady. Test drive Kidamak, Lexin Birao, Island Nissan, near Standard Robert High Secondary School, Kanchipur, Imphal. Datsun Ready Go.
Welcome back after the break, and you're watching Primetime English News. Students of Industrial Training Institute Takil have launched a relay hunger strike on the institute's campus against a decision of Manipur government to shift the campus to another place. The relay hunger strike will continue for 5 days, and if the government fails to respond positively to their demand, the students vow to start intense form of agitation. The students have been carrying out various forms of peaceful protest since June 28 against a decision to shift the ITI to another location to set up Manipur Technical University on the campus. Around 300 students are currently studying in ITI Takil. Right to Education Act (RTE) Act came into effect in 2010 in India to provide free and compulsory education to children from 6 to 14 as a fundamental right. However, there is no sign of the act being implemented at Chaidel Turel Wangmataba Primary School in Chaidel Langangtabi in Bishnupur district. We bring you a report.
Chaidel Turel Wangmataba at Kumbi Assembly Constituency in Bisenpur district is around 70 kilometers from Imphal. Here, the students of Chaidel Turel Wangmataba Primary School are receiving education with the hope for a better future. The primary school established 50 years back is crying for help from the authorities. The school structure is Kacha building, which was fully damaged in a heavy storm in May 2013. The school building may be weak, but the spirit of the teachers and students are very strong. The school was built after funds were collected by the school management committee and guardians of the students. The Kacha school building was finally inaugurated by Kumbi Assembly Constituency MLA Sanasam Bira on August 24, 2013. During the inauguration, the MLA gave many assurances, including a new school building, better infrastructure and filling up of vacant teachers' posts. The students and the teachers are still waiting for the promises to be fulfilled. Till today, they are knocking the doors of MLA and ZEO for the promises.
Daita lobigane na khona khanjaruba akoi kendra sigi asal local MLA Sri Sanasam Bira mahag masagi maikai degi school sigi phibam ji karam hain tauri natragana mari leinaba department gi khoigi ZEO da natraga director da aigi kendra gi manung da leriba school phibam phatriba si amuta masi yengchin biu haibna singba wafam ama phawang asi bawba thambirakta baji yamna pende.
With a hope for a better future, 76 students from class 1 to 5 come to this single classroom school every day without fail. The teachers too, with full dedication, are giving knowledge to these children. The school has 2 government teachers, including 1 added teacher, and 2 voluntary teachers, shaping the young minds of these children.
School nungai dokter miyam bu lai ai ju dokter ni miyam bu lai yang na ba nungai nungai nungaite phajana sagat nahi.
School Management Committee managed the salary of the 2 voluntary teachers by subtracting funds from the midday meal, uniform money and by funds collected from the Pradhan of Burayangbi Gram Panchayat. Despite the School Management Committee trying their best, students say they are having tough time. In a single classroom, teachers are teaching from class 1 to class 5. The classroom is crowded and noisy, and the hot weather is also a problem to these children.
School je pareng amakhak tang dang lai mina room je separate nai da banina yam nungai te kainoida amana amlang selakani amana amu kano torokani duna school je khitang semjan han baju pami
School phalang se school building sabiyo hai jage hai di angang sing sina maning da yamu phawdoro mang da yamu phawdoro angang se gyan melam ta de school phalang se loi segai bani na duna school sidang ni sabiyo hai da.
The school is going through tough times. However, the school committee found the headmaster in charge swallowing school funds. The headmaster in charge, Ningthongjom Meghachandra, is said to be irregular and the committee now wants him to be removed. The management tried its best to persuade the headmaster in charge to come and take charge of the school, but he failed to turn up after repeated requests.
Diana, Didiona, Jelio, na Mangonda school, Kana Bahanjil, Hira Pauba, Kadraba, Mi City, Equina, Magi Matakta, Batik Saba, Excel Habadi, Machi Tabaki Latopa, Amadi, Tungi Yumbio or Kadoba, Mahiroching Bumana, we don't touch Siliba, Mahakti, okay, Mapunchi Chupa Papa, Kashum Tang the Tambayaraba, Misangni have a Poshima, I take it Tamjani.
The school needs 6 teachers, including 1 headmaster. The students and the committee members appreciated the authorities for sending 2 teachers in June this year, but now want extra 2 teachers to help them further. One of the parents questioned the lack of attention by the government and local MLA, saying it seems they do not want a brighter future for these children. The parents are now worried whether the children will be able to compete with the rest of the world.
Kumbi Kendragi local MLA oina laiba misa TV yengraba mira khabar padraba mira TV laiba ngamdragana prajana khainaraga laiba tare ngasi mana ngasi ekoigi Sairel Turel Wangmataba primary school da tammiba angang singse tungi yumbirel oiraroi oirakpa ngamroi na khanbadagi angang singse hatnaba hotnabra lairik su tam tamdanaba hotnabra haibase akoigi thamoida khanba phaure.
Chairil Turel Wangmataba Primary School is one of the many schools run by the government. If the state government implements its policies and programs as per guidelines effectively, one day students from government schools will excel academically not only in Manipur but also outside the state. The day when most of the parents send their children to government schools instead of private schools, we all can say that the education system in Manipur is a success. With a hope to excel in this competitive world, the students of class 1 to 5 are studying in a single classroom. On the other hand, these dedicated teachers are imparting their knowledge to the students for a brighter future. With camera person Pukramba Bobo, this is Tensubam Ranita, Chairil Lengang Tabi.
A career guidance cum counseling program was organized at Iboton Sana Girls Higher Secondary School by State Council of Educational Research and Training SCERT at its vocational unit. Speaking at the program, OSD of SCERT, Dr. Yumnam Nandini said the event was organized to help the students choose a suitable career in future. She said similar programs will also be held in all districts of Manipur.
Adolescent perata laiba angang sing asida makoigi pukningda charangnaba adagi makoina thayeng tungda kari oirakadagi haibada makoida khanpham khangdaba adugumba yamna wakhansida charangnaba matam ama oibani haina khoina khanjai aduga sigum matam masida makoigi tungi punsida makoina kari oirakadagi haibagi damakta khoina makoida pokta khara pibasi darkar leibra haina khanjaduna sigum makoi training asumba khoigi program ase pangthokjabani khoi mathangda khoi district khuding maki oina khoi pangthokjakigani ahan ba khoi Imphal West sida han khoi hogjabani.
The centre has renewed for 6 months its disturbed area notification on the entire state of Nagaland with effect from June 30th, allowing the armed forces power to search, raid and arrest without a warrant under AFSPA. In its notification, the Ministry of Home Affairs said the hold of Nagaland is in a disturbed and dangerous condition, so the AFSPA will be remained into effect for 6 months. Though the notification did not specify the reasons for declaring the entire northeast state as a disturbed area, Ministry officials said it is the continuation of an order issued years ago and is based on the assessment of the prevailing situation in the state, which continued to be critical. The officials said even through National Socialist Council of Nagaland, Isaac Muiva and SCN-IM has been engaged in a peace dialogue with the centre. The group's another faction led by SS Kaplang continues to attack security forces both in Nagaland and Manipur. The announcement came 3 days after the demise of Isaac Chisiswu, chairman of National Socialist Council of Nagaland and SCN-IM. Now the sports news. Wales have reached the semi-finals of the 15 UEFA Euro Cup, beating Belgium 3-1. In the second quarter-final played early this morning, Belgium's Raja Nainggolan scored the lone goal of the team in the 13th minute of the match, while Wales' Ashley Williams, Robson Kanu and Sam Vokes scored in the 30th, 55th and 85th minute of the match. Wales had not lost to Belgium in their last 3 meetings and won their last game in qualifying for this tournament, so there was a little danger of them being intimidated. Germany will lock horns with Italy in the third quarter-final match of the championship at 12:30 a.m. tonight. Mahananda Thokchom and Hiren Sagulsem from Manipur have won 1 gold medal each in the 33rd Glenmark National Sub-Junior Aquatic Championship. In the boys group 3 50-meter breaststroke, Mahananda Thokchom reached the finish line in 39.47 seconds to claim the gold. Hiren Sagulsem, who has already won 2 gold and a bronze medal, reached the finish line in 59.21 seconds in 100-meter freestyle in the boys group 3 to win the gold. 5 boy swimmers from Manipur are competing in 15 events and 2 boys in springboard diving, while 6 girl swimmers are competing in 11 events. The championship is organized by Karnataka Swimming Association under the aegis of Swimming Federation of India at Basa Banguri Swimming Pool, Bangalore. Manipur trumped Chhattisgarh in league match of Under-19 Junior Girls National Football Championship 12-0. In a Group A league match of the championship played this morning, Manipur's M. Ratanbala scored 6 goals, while Y. Himolata, S. Ranjana and H. Daya scored 2 goals each, leading to a terrific 12-0 victory over Chhattisgarh. The defending champions are coached by AFC A license holder L. Chauba Devi and managed by AFC C license holder S. Manitombi Devi. The team will now lock horns with Maharashtra in another league match tomorrow morning. The championship is organized under the aegis of All India Football Federation at Cuttack. At the end of the 6th round of K.H. Ram Narayan Sastry Memorial State Level Open Chess Tournament, O. Ningthem and H. Jackie are in the lead with 16 points each. Shakespeare, L.S. Premjit and Navram Pari have won 15 points each. Before we end, let's take a look at headlines once again. Minister Biren inspects FCS godowns in Imphal East, Napetpally and Porumpat godowns to become functional within this month. Several places in Imphal submerged under flood water. Department concerned yet to wake up to the problems facing the flood-hit people. Nongai wears a deserted look as villagers flee homes and take shelter at Lilong Community Hall. Jennings continues to provide free medical treatment to 4 families at the hospital. And Manipur swimmers Mahananda Thokchom and Hiren Sagulsem win gold at 33rd Glenmark National Sub-Junior Aquatic Championship.